Hello and welcome everyone. This is Zamir Sheikh, Faculty of Chemistry from Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. So I welcome you all. So today I am going to discuss you some more interesting combined spectrum problem. The very applicable to our competitive exams for post graduations, competitive exams like CSR NET, SAT, GATE, even IIT JAMS also. So stay connected up to the end. So I will give the brief introductory part about the four spectroscopic technique like mass, NMR, IR, UV as well. So how to use that techniques to interpret any spectral data. If a spectral data is given, how to analyze that compound or how to predict that structure. So let's start with the first problem. So here molecular formula is given C4H8O2. So this C4H8O2 is given and the two spectral data is given according to the H1 NMR and del ppm and IR in per centimeter. So there are three signals are there. First signal is quartet 4.2 del ppm due to 2 hydrogen. Second signal is what? Triplet 1.3 ppm and due to 3 hydrogen, and third signal is due to what? Singlet 2.1 del ppm due to 3 hydrogen. So these are the three different signals. If you count this hydrogen 2 plus 3 plus 3, so you will get that 8. That means your hydrogens and your given hydrogens are matched in the molecular formula. So no need to what one can say basically what already where hydrogens are given, so no need to what do the extra work. Okay, so let we'll see the second spectral data, that is IR, and in IR particularly 1765 to 1740 per centimeter is given, and that frequency is what due to what ester group. So okay, all of you know that the 1765 to 1740 or 35, it is the range for what the ester carbonyl carbon. Now so first we will see the NMR, then we will go to the what the other one. Okay, so like this one. So what type of the information you will obtain from these three signals now? In NMR, how many signals are given now? In NMR particularly there are three signals are given. So hence one can call as, or one can simply say that there are three sets of what protons are given, or the three sets of what hydrogens are there present in the C4H8O2. Fine. Okay. So let me see the first signal. The first signal is at 4.2 del ppm. Okay, and in that 4.2 del ppm due to 2 hydrogen, that means that CH2 group, this will be a CH2 group which I mentioned in the star. It must be attached with some withdrawing group now, stronger withdrawing group now, except NO2. Okay, but the multiplicity is also be given as a quartet. So that means a neighboring hydrogen should be a 3 now. So here the 4.2 which is appeared as quartet now because of the CH3 and must be attached with what the oxygen. Okay, now I will just brief summarize that ki how that CH2 is different now in all the case. Look at the first CH2 is here now. Okay, so that CH2 when attached with methyl group, so it is appeared in the region of 0.9 to 1 up to that one. So when that CH2 group is attached to withdrawing group, phenyl ring or any double bond, then the value will be raised to 2 to 2.5. When that same CH2 is attached with any oxygen, ether linkage, okay, or nitrogen type of the linkage, so then the value will be expected to what? So particularly for ether, the value will be expected to what? 3.8 to 4.2 now. And lastly, the accepted case is what? What? The NO2. When that CH2 group is attached to what? NO2, what will happen to that CH2 group? The CH2 will be appeared in the region of what? 4 to 4.5 or 5 up to that. So from top to bottom, we will see that the electron cloud adjacent to that CH2 will be increases. So more withdrawing group is there, so more will be deficiency will be that carbon, and that will be expected to the less one can say the less electron rich, or so one can call it as what this D shielded. So as per the chemical shift, role of chemical shift, you know that in the chemical shift the electron cloud is inversely proportional to what the chemical shift. Now electron cloud is increases, chemical shift will be what decreases now. Okay, and if electron cloud decreases, chemical shift will be what increases. So as simple example is that this CH2, this CH2, this CH2 and this CH2. So at that case withdrawing nature increases, deficiency will be there and the chemical shift will be increased now. So first signal is 4.2, that indicate that it will be must attached with oxygen. and your linkage will be what? CH2 CH3 because of the quartet now. Okay, look at the second signal now. Second signal is due to this. Second signal is what? 1.3 del ppm triplet and 3 hydrogen. So it is what? Just value will be vary from 0.9 to 1.3. So this will be a CH3 and this CH3 attached to what? CH2 because of a triplet. So here it will be appear as a triplet and due to 1.3 now. Okay, so that means this first linkage will be appeared from that given two signals. Okay, and basically actually this will be your fragment now. Look at this one, OCH2 CH3. So CH2 will be appeared as a quartet and methyl will be appeared as a triplet. The value will be 4.2 and here will be 1.3 now. Very simple. Okay, okay, fine. Now look at the third signal now. The third signal is due to what? 2.1 del ppm singlet and 3 hydrogen. Now you know that so as I already told you that when CH2 attached to electron withdrawing group or something like the value will be expected in the region of 2 to 2.5. Then that means that 2.1 value will be just due to the electron withdrawing group. So okay, this is called as the partial anisotropic effect and that methyl group will appear in the region of 2.1 and no neighboring hydrogen. So multiplicity will be singlet. So this is what the third signal. Okay, and from these three signals one can expected that so CH3 COO CH2 CH3. Okay, so basically your structure will be this CH3 COO CH2 and CH3. Now here we can mention that this is what? This is your triplet, this is your quartet and this is your singlet. These are the three regions. Okay, and what are the values are given now? The values are this will be 1.3, this will be 4.2 and this will be what? 2.1. What about that functional group now? You know that according to that IR spectroscopy one can predict the functional group now. So here this ester carbonyl is what? Ester, and that's why the frequency region will be what? 1735 to 1765. Okay, and what is the name of this compound? This compound is obtained from ethanoic acid. So what is the starting material for that molecule? CH3COOH, that is acetic acid. So that's why the parent name will be what? Ethanoic acid, and in that according to that IUPAC system, so we are replacing that oic acid by OH. So ethanoate will be the name, parent name, but this fragment will be ethyl. So ethyl ethanoate is the correct name of that compound. Okay, now so you can also analyze that C13 of that compound also. You can also use that C13 with the help of a C13 you can also predict the correct structure now. Okay, what is the C13 now? It will predict the number of carbons, the environment of the carbon, and the chemical shift value is given in the region of 0 to 220. So there are four specific zones in the C13. First is what? For saturated system, saturated carbon, that is from 0 to 60 or 65. It is due to sp3 hybridized carbon. Okay, so basically this is due to this one, and for 60 to 90 this is for sp hybridized carbon, this is like that, and for 90 to 140 this is due to sp2 hybridized carbon, so olefins, benzenes and etc. And lastly what? 160 to 200 and 200 something like that, so it will be due to carbonyls. If carbonyl is saturated, then value will be expected to at 200. If it is conjugated, the value will be decreased now. So what happened to that conjugation? Look at this one. So this is the example where 200 is given now for saturated aldehyde or ketone, but for conjugated system the value will be expected to decrease or to lower the value and expected from 165 to 180 del ppm. Okay, this one. So you can also assign all the four carbons, okay, by using C13. Now you know that in ethyl ethanoate how many signals are expected in C13? So the signals are expected like this will be A signal, this will be a B signal, this will be a C signal, and this will be a D. That means there are four different carbons are there, and so four signals will be expected. So what about this A now? A is attached with CO, so must be a partial anisotropic effect, and the value will be expected to 35, near about 25 to onwards, so 40 near about. Okay, what about this quartet now? So this is a multiplicity, and here in case of a NMR we are having coupling of a 3 bond separation, 2 bond separation, like this will be coupled with this one now. Okay, this is in H1, but in case of C13 only carbon hydrogen coupling is allowed, remaining all couplings are what violated. Okay, because in C13 what there is no chance to couple C13 with C13. Okay, so that's why number of hydrogen plus 1, that will be the multiplicity of that carbon. Okay, so first signal A will be expected as 35, the chemical shift value, and quartet is what, due to the 3 hydrogens. So n plus 1 rule we can apply here. What about the signal number B now? So this methyl group is attached to CH2, and that's why so value will be expected to 15, and again it is a quartet. Okay, that's why this is the two difference between this A and B signal. Okay, now see signal number C. Now signal C is directly attached with oxygen, must be electron deficient nature is there, and you know that minus effect is going on oxygen, that's why it is applied the 65. And whatever the multiplicity must be a triplet because 2 hydrogen. And last signal is what, D now, and that will be expected in the region of what, 17 up to what, 160 to 170. So this is because of what, conjugation, and this is an ester carbonyl. Okay, so these are the 4 different assign or signals assigned, particularly in case of what, C13 NMR. So you can also apply that mass spectrometry technique, particularly for that ethyl ethanoate. For this ethyl ethanoate, now molecular weight is given as 88 is a molecular weight, and the signals are given like this fashion. So look at the signals now here. So molecular weight is 88, then second signal is 73, then 45, 43, 29 and 15. You know that mass spectrometry is nothing but the fragmentation. So first step is what, in mass spectrometry what we have to do now. So your molecule is there, generally molecules are even electron system. When you applied the high electron beam like a 70 electron volt beam called as electron impact, okay, or any other method for ionization, so it will be converts to molecular ion, and that molecular ion have the same molecular weight, but the m by z value is given to now. Okay, and then it will be undergo the fragmentation. It will be undergo the what, fragmentation, like m1 plus, m2 plus, m3 plus, etc, etc. So first step is what, ionization, and then second step is what, the fragmentation. Okay, and for ionization, generally for all the organic molecules near about, so 15 near about 15 electron volt energy is required. Okay, so but we are providing 70, that means we have to do the fragmentation. And you know that, so in that molecule particularly, look at this now. So this is the actual process of what ionization is given now. So in general way, so I have, this is molecule, this is your molecule. Okay, it's a neutral molecule, m is converts to what, m plus, that is having molecular ion, or one can call it as molecular ion. So first step is what, ionization. Okay, that will be formation of what, a radical cation. And you know that in that molecule non-bonding electron is present, pi is also present, and sigma is also present. So the ease of electron should be from non-bonding. So here molecular weight is again same, 88, here also what, 88. Okay, and then fragmentation will be start now. So here m by z value is 43, this is the base peak. This is what, base peak, where base peak means what, 100% intensity. Okay, second fragment is due to what, 73, due to the loss of what, methyl. Then 29, that is loss of what, CH3CO negative, and 15 means only CH3 plus now. So that means fragmentation will leads to, if you combine all the fragments, so you will get that idea, so about the total structure. Okay, so the mass spectrometry is also one of the interesting technique to elucidate the correct structures. Even that molecule also be participate in the one McLafferty type of a rearrangement reactions. Okay, this is about the C4H8O2. You can apply that mass, NMR, IR, UV as well. Okay, so if you apply all the techniques, so you will get the clear cut idea about that molecule. Now look at the second problem is given C10H12O. C10H12O. So remember, when one oxygen is given to you, so that indicate that, so either this will be aldehyde, this will be a ketone, this will be alcohol, this will be ether, not ester, not carboxylic acid or etc. Okay, okay, fine. So IR is given 1715, and second signal is at 1600 to 1450. 1715 means saturated carbonyl group. What about the 1450? This is due to sp2 hybridized carbon double bond stretching. Okay, that means two things will be obtained. Remember one thing, so if in the same problem, instead of that 1715, If 1690 is given to you, then what will happen? That means your carbonyl group is in conjugated. That means this will be in a conjugation. This is the first major difference to differentiate this molecule now. That means in that case your phenyl ring and CO group will be separated. They are not in a conjugation. If 1690 is given, that means your benzene and CO will be in conjugation. So remember one thing. Okay, let we see the what signals are given by what H1 NMR. So first signal 7.2 multiplied 5 hydrogen must be due to monosubstrate benzene. 3.7 singlet 2 hydrogen, 2.1 quartet 2 hydrogen, 1.3 triplet 3 hydrogen. We will see the first signal A. Signal A is due to this one 7.2 5 hydrogen multiple, that is it is a monosubstituted benzene. What about this second now? Signal number B. Signal number B is at what? 3.7 singlet due to 2 hydrogen. That means that CH2 is attached simultaneously with pH as well as what electron withdrawing group. So that's why the value will be raised toward 3.7, and singlet means no neighboring hydrogen. Okay, this is signal number B now, and this is C. Look at the C now. So 2.1 quartet 2 hydrogen must be, quartet means 2.1. 2.1 means it is attached with electron withdrawing group like CO, and quartet means neighboring hydrogen should be 3. So and due to 2 hydrogen, and last signal is what? The signal is D due to 1.3 triplet 3 hydrogen. So must be on CH3. So this two nothing but the ethyl group, CH2 and CH3. If we combine all these things, we will get this structure now. C6H5, CH2, CO, CH2, CH3. Now this C singlet is attached simultaneously with benzene and this one. That's why the value will be expected to 3.7, and it is singlet due to 2 hydrogen. So this will be a multiplet, this will be a triplet. Now triplet means at which triplet? So 1.3 triplet due to 3 hydrogen. And what about this quartet? A quartet means it is what? 2.1, and here quartet due to 2 hydrogen. So 5 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen. So molecule formula is satisfied. So this is about the how to analyze that compound. So in that I will just mention the two problems based on that IR NMR, okay, and mass. Okay, so try to solve more examples with the help of all the techniques. Take a simple molecule formula, okay, try to find out or try to apply all the techniques. That will be get you more knowledge about that, and you will be more familiar if you trying more number of problems. Okay, and there are various books are available. Okay, there are various numerous problems are available. So already they are in competitive exams and etc. So it will be helps to you to solve problem. Okay, solve a problem, find out the date, find out the structures within a short time. Okay, so thank you for watching this lectures. If you are satisfied with this content, okay, so must share, subscribe channel for the more updates. Okay, so have a good day. Thank you.